Special news, big update spotted, special news, big updates in the vicinity of the ENYAQ spotted. Hello friends of the electrified charging fun and welcome to Speicher Elektrisiert, your channel all around Skoda's e-mobility. My name is Matthias and today we talk about the big update campaign for all Skoda ENYAQs with software version 3 or software version 2 to the latest version of 3.7. Due to my good connection to Skoda itself, I have a lot of information to share with you. And if this is of interest for you, you should definitely watch this video. I told you when I bought this ENYAQ and showed it on the channel that I will also support the software version 3 and software version 2 ENYAQs furthermore. I will not stop helping you even though I am now on software version 4 ENYAQ. And I'll keep my promises. And this video, I guess, proves it in a very excellent manner. Here in my inbox is a lot of information on the update to software version 3.7 for all older ENYAQs. And we will have a detailed look at everything Skoda shared of information with me. And you already saw it a couple of minutes ago at the EV launch on Facebook, which is run by Skoda, where you could already read more about this. And if you do not have a Facebook account or do not want to go over there, well, the next best place to get information on the Skoda ENYAQ is here on my channel. But if you like, make a visit over to the EV launch because you always get the latest information from Skoda there. The service campaign itself is called 91GO, or basically 91GO. And it will bring every ENYAQ with software version 2 or software version 3 to the latest software version 3.7. And we waited really long for this update. Some didn't even believe that it will ever come, but here it is. And yes, there were a lot of tests going on with the old ENYAQs and a lot of tests failed and they had to do it again and again and again until finally they found a solution and a way to update all the cars. And for me, this is great news despite the long waiting time. But now let's head over to how this is done, who will get updated and when will the campaign start. Skoda has a certain plan on how to update the ENYAQs. And first off, the service campaign will start on the 23rd of May 24. So when this video is released, it will be next Thursday. On this date, you are able to make an appointment with your dealer, or if you have a really good dealer, he will call you and make an appointment, but you don't have to wait for that. You can call him up anytime to make an appointment for the update. But in that first wave, only the ENYAQs who still are running on software version 2, but this is just a small part of all the ENYAQs, all the ENYAQs with software version ME 3.0 and 3.1 are addressed by the service campaign, because these models need to be updated at the dealership. The software version 2 ENYAQs will get updated to version 3.2 in the first step at the dealership and will then be updated to 3.7 later on. Every ENYAQ with software version 3.0 and 3.1 will be directly updated to 3.7, so the actual software version of the software major version 3 at the dealership. Not to 3.2, not to 3.5, directly on the latest version. But yes, you have to be at the dealership. And now let's talk about software version 3.2, 3.4, 3.5 and 3.6, because every version higher than 3.1, so starting with 3.2, will get updated over the air. And therefore you might already recognize that you got an update in the past couple of days, which took about 50 minutes to install, which makes your car compatible for the over-the-air update. This is how it is. And the major customer group, which has the highest pain, and just to be honest, this is 3.0 and 3.1, will get the update first. And for me, this is fine. Because as I already said in my video about 3.2, this is a really fine version of software. It's not perfect, but it is not bad at all. Now I would like to give you a brief overview of what to expect. But this is difficult because it depends on the software version you have in your car. So I'm just my base is now 3.0. If you are on 3.1, you already have certain functions of this. And you can see a lot of the stuff I'm reading from a list right now in my video where I got unexpectedly updated to 3.2, where you can see this in action. But let's just have a brief look at the list, what you can expect. Well, there's a consumption shown in the cockpit display. Feature a lot of people ask for. Then you have smoother recuperation in drive mode D. Next up, you have the easier access to the lane assist in the favorite bar to deactivate or activate it. You've got an improved camera menu for the cameras of the car. You get the menu of bidirectional charging, but cannot use it at that point. The infotainment itself is way more stabilized and has a much better performance than before. Though it's not optimal, but it's much better. You get the function on demand in the car shop, so buying more ambient lights and stuff like that. You can make service appointments. You got the service appointment app or the service schedule app in the shop. Symbols in the favorite bar look much smoother. You have the charging speed in the charging menu displayed, a function a lot of people asked for. And when you use the My Skoda app to do route planning, the complete route, including intermediate stopovers, up to 5, will be transferred to your car if you do it like this. And a lot of more things to come, but reading from a list is one thing, showing it in reality is another. And there are a lot of bug fixes, and the best way to find out about all of this is going to the respective websites of Skoda for the updates, and there you find everything. And for this channel, instead of reading from lists, I will show it to you. I had several viewers who wrote me that they have a 3.0 or 3.1 ENYAQ, and that they are willing to be recorded in a video, which I want to make when they get updated to version 3.7. So instead of talking about it, just reading it from a list, I will show it to you when it's done on a real ENYAQ. But as you already know, 23rd of May is the date, so we have to wait until one of those viewers will get an appointment and we can do the recording. For those who are only watching the summary, let's put everything together in a compact format. And first off, the big update to the latest version of 3.7 is coming. First, the cars who need to attend the dealership will get the update. So this is all cars with software version ME 3.0 and ME 3.1. And they will get software version 3.7 at the dealership. If you are on software version 2 still, then you will get updated to 3.2 and afterwards to 3.7. And for all of those mentioned, now the start date is the 23rd of May 2024. So don't wait and make an appointment starting at that date with your dealership. For everyone else with a software version higher, so starting with software version 3.2, you will be updated over the air. And therefore, you may have already received an update about 50 minutes, which makes your car compatible to this. If you didn't got that update, watch out for it and install it. It is a prerequisite. I don't have the date when this update will occur, but to be honest, the best update you can get is to software version 3.2. After that, there are a lot of bug fixes and other stuff, but the main functionality and the main improvements come when you hit 3.2. So I totally understand that they will update the cars first who are below that version. Now a question may arise to you, do I have to pay for this update? And I have a clear answer from Skoda here. No, you do not have to pay for this update. The workshop action is free of charge for you. Please come to the workshop with your ENYAQ on the agreed date and get the update. And now it's up to you. Make an appointment with your dealer starting on 23rd of May 2024. And write me in the comments if you've got an appointment, if you're happy about this message because finally an update is there, even if it is delayed. And I would love to read about that I kept my promise on supporting the older ENYAQs as well. Because no matter if you drive a new ENYAQ, model year 2024, or one before, I got you covered here on the channel. And so I hope to see you in the next video, and until then, stay full of energy.